সুপ্রিয় দর্শক, এই মুহূর্তে বাংলাদেশের ফুটবল তো বটেই, গোটা দেশের ক্রীড়াঙ্গনের সবচেয়ে আলোচিত নাম এবং সবচেয়ে চর্চিত নাম অস্কার বুজন। অস্কার বুজন বাংলাদেশের ঘরোয়া ফুটবলে বসুন্ধরা কিংসের কোচ হিসেবে কাজ করছেন গত 3 বছর ধরে। এর মধ্যে তিনি বসুন্ধরা কিংসকে 5টি ট্রফি উপহার দিয়েছেন। বসুন্ধরা কিংসকের এই সাফল্য দেখে হয়তোবা বাংলাদেশ ফুটবল ফেডারেশন উজ্জীবিত হয়ে সাফ চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপের জন্য হঠাৎ করেই অস্কার বুজনের হাতে বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় ফুটবল দলের দায়িত্ব তুলে দিয়েছে এবং সেটা খুবই নাটকীয়ভাবে জেমিডেকে সরিয়ে হঠাৎ অস্কার বুজনকে নিয়ে আসা হলো দৃশ্যপটে। এবং এই গত কয়েকদিন থেকেই বাংলাদেশ জাতীয় দলকে অস্কার বুজন তৈরি করছেন। হাতে যেহেতু সময় নেই, 1 অক্টোবর মালদ্বীপের রাজধানী মালেতে দক্ষিণ এশিয়ার বিশ্বকাপ খ্যাত এই টুর্নামেন্ট শুরু হয়ে যাচ্ছে। বাংলাদেশ কোচ এই শেষ মুহূর্তের আজকে বঙ্গবন্ধু স্টেডিয়ামে এসেছেন দল নিয়ে অনুশীলনের জন্য। এরই মধ্যে তিনি অনুশীলন শুরু করে দিবেন, তার প্রস্তুতি চলছে। চলুন জাতীয় দলের প্রস্তুতি শুরুর আগে আমরা অস্কার বুজনের সঙ্গে কথা বলছি। মাই ফার্স্ট কোয়েশ্চন টু ইউ, টাইম ইজ ভেরি শর্ট, সাব চ্যাম্পিয়নশিপ knocking the door, how is the preparation for you?
There are a lot of ideas that we are trying to bring, but we are being smart. The guys are putting all the effort from their sides. So, of course, this is a process and it requires 6 to 8 weeks to get very, very mature. But what we are trying to do is reduce the time, trying to implement and to bring to the players these general ideas. And to be fair, we are quite confident that it can work this time.
Coach, when you got offer from the Bangladesh Football Federation as a head coach of Bangladesh national football team, so that time what was your mind?
Well, the discussions were long. As you well know, it was not a matter of one day. There was a lot of parts involved from this. My club, BFF, President Saladin, Nabil, President of the committee, Paul Smolly. So there was a lot of parts and I wanted to make sure that all the parts were together on this, because otherwise it would be very, very difficult for me to take this project with such a short time of period of preparation.
Last 4 championship, sub-championship, Bangladesh could not reach semi-final. All time Bangladesh eliminated from the group stage. So this time Bangladesh Football Federation is very hopeful to play a final or at least semi-final or at least final. So how is it difficult, this kind of task, this kind of goal?
Very difficult, and instead of thinking in the final result, which I think is going to be good, I prefer to think on the process, in the change, in what the boys are going to do new from now on. So I think that if all that comes, this is about performing on the pitch, doing the things well, be better on the pitch than our rivals, create more chances to score. So if we can do that, then the consequence is what you just say, that maybe we get a good result in the tournament.
Coach, you worked in Bangladesh last 3 years. You give Bosundhara Kings 5 consecutive trophy in the domestic league. When national team will come, that could be a different story, different scenario also. So in Bosundhara Kings, you have a lot of quality players with foreign players like Robson, like Becerra, like Khalid also. So in Bangladesh national team, there is we know that a lack of quality players for the international level. How difficult this task for you?
The strengths of the teams are quite balanced, so I don't feel that there is one team much better than the other. If you go to FIFA rankings, you can find that India is the team that is best by large, but if you go to the performances and analyze the last games of this team, I think that all games are going to be 50-50. So in this sense, we will try to put this small situation, small moments, every single small detail, try to put it on our side, and in that circumstances, we will have our chances to do a good tournament.
In Malé, you will got 4 matches in the league round. Those 4 matches, which match will be more difficult for you?
Right now, the first one. I don't want to think in the second with India, third with Maldives, fourth with Nepal. I think that now all efforts, all mind, all preparation, if we can start with a win against Sri Lanka, I think that our chances will multiply. So I'm not thinking in the global context of the competition. I'm just thinking our first opponent, and this time it's Sri Lanka. So starting with a win is going to be a good step for us.
Very closely, you see the footballers, you see our football infrastructure, ground, all other facilities. So what is your assessment about this?
I'm going to be very short on this. I don't want to come in detail because this requires a very long talk. We need infrastructure, artificial turf. There is one academy in Cox's Bazar in process. Our club is building a stadium. So all together need to come. It's about clubs working together with the federation educating coaches, making good competitions for all age groups, having good facilities to play football, and in the moment that you do that, automatically it will revert back in positive, not only for football but in general for. I think that football has a lot of values that are very rich for the society.
If you predict 16 October the final, which two teams will be qualified for the final?
Bangladesh, Maldives, that would be the one that I like. But if you follow the FIFA rankings, India should be there. India should be there as well. So let's see what happens.
Overall, just you take preparation last only 4-5 days. No practice match before start the tournament. It will be
no practice match. Only 6 practices here together in Bongo Bondu and Komalapur. But as I told you, let's not find the problems because there are a lot. I think that what we need to focus is in the strengths. So if we focus in the strengths, it's going to help our mental toughness and we are going to be more ready for this.
Your attacking line striker, who will be the key player in this forward line?
Bangladesh in the last games is having problem to score, so we are turning the situation saying that every player of the team is responsible for attack and in particular responsible for getting goals. So even in the last games you can see the centre backs scoring goals in set pieces. So I want to give the responsibility of scoring goals to the whole squad but not only to 1 or 2 players.
So your last comments about the sub-championship for the football fans and the football federations also?
Well, initially I thought it was not a big tournament, it was just one more tournament, but everybody is making me understand that the SAF tournament is one of the biggest tournaments in Asia and we want to be up to the mark and bring joy, fun, increase the fan base, and football one day is going to be strong again in Bangladesh.
So thank you very much for talking with us. Thank you very much.